Hey everyone, and welcome back to the ATD Movie Channel on YouTube. I'm Tony, and today I'll be reviewing the film Dunkirk, written and directed by Christopher Nolan. Let's jump right into it. I have to tell you right off the bat, Dunkirk is a riveting, marvel achievement in storytelling. World War II is not exactly a new subject matter in cinema, but Dunkirk helps raise the bar in what a war film should be. There's so many things that sets Dunkirk apart from other war movies. And for those who don't know, Dunkirk is actually a small city in France that found itself literally at the center of World War II. Nolan has crafted a script that heavily relies on the performances of its actors to convey fear, shock, anxiety, and terror. The fact that we learn as much about the characters as we do with so little dialogue is a testament to Nolan's script and the performances of the actors. The movie has a slew of new talent in it. Most notably, Fionn Whitehead, who gave us a look into what the young men and women of World War II must have been feeling. But it's the familiar faces that I really enjoyed too. Mark Rylance gives an Oscar-worthy performance as a small sea vessel captain out to help the Brits return home from Dunkirk. Kenneth Branagh also gives a wonderful performance as the calm and cool commander of the British Navy. And returning to work with Nolan for a second time is Tom Hardy, in what could be argued as one of his best performances. And that's saying a lot considering Hardy's character is a pilot in the film that's confined to a small space with very little dialogue in the entire film. Speaking of very little dialogue, it's a good time to tell you that Nolan doesn't spoon-feed the audience much of anything. There is very little exposition telling us what's going on. Rather, Nolan uses the camera to do that. Director of photography Hoyt van Hoytema fills Nolan's canvas with a beautiful and terrifying depiction of war. Hoytema takes us into the thick of war, but very differently from, let's say, Saving Private Ryan. He takes us into the belly of a ship where men are clamoring to fill bullet holes that have put the ship in jeopardy. The movie also creates a sense of claustrophobia, with several 100,000 soldiers trying to get off the beaches of Dunkirk while trying to remain calm. And the most brilliant part of the cinematography are the dogfighting sequences. I'm honestly upset that I didn't go watch the movie in a true IMAX theater, the way that Christopher Nolan intended it to be seen. While the dogfighting is incredibly well done, I don't want people to think that this is a balls-to-the-wall action film. It's so much more than that. For example, the film starts with a simple shootout between two groups of armed forces. Compared to other action sequences in the film, you'd think that this was just a small taste of things to come. But it's these smaller sequences that I found to be the most effective. Oftentimes I found myself letting out a huge sigh of relief, cementing the end of the scene. The film is told in a non-linear fashion. There's multiple storylines that are easy to follow, and every character gets their fair share. It felt like Dunkirk was the culmination of Christopher Nolan's career in some respects. Dunkirk takes the best elements of Memento, The Dark Knight, and Inception and presents them in the form of a remarkable story none of us have ever heard of before the film. Specifically speaking, the editing of the film is terrific. It really reminded me of previous Nolan films where there are multiple stories being told and we're never lost as an audience following the action. Nolan reteams with his longtime collaborator Hans Zimmer. Zimmer again redefines a film genre, much like he did with The Dark Knight and Inception. The music and sound design bring so many other elements together to help create this world. And oddly enough, the lack of music sometimes is when the movie's suspense really kicks it up a notch. With a lesser quality director than Nolan, this could have been a lame excuse for a horror film pretending to be something else. But Nolan, Zimmer, and company told a story that I'm positive will be recognized when award season rolls around. I'm hard-pressed to find anything I disliked about the movie. Nolan has again redefined what it means to be a big-budget director in Hollywood. Dunkirk, like so many of his films, is thought-provoking, encourages debate, and never spoon-fed us anything. Were the soldiers at Dunkirk cowards to flee the beaches of France and run back home? Or were they the bravest of the military that gave Europe the overall advantage to beat Germany? I don't know. I really don't. All I know is the movie has me thinking about everything from what is courage, really, to trying to figure out what's inside of us that instinctually tells us to help other people. some deeply philosophical questions from a quote-unquote genre director. I'm really excited for you and other people to start watching the movie so we can talk about it in the comments. What do you think? Have you seen Dunkirk? Are you a Nolanite? And did you find the movie to be as thought-provoking as I did? Or was it a fun action film in the middle of the summer? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel to be notified of content uploaded regularly. You can find other movie reviews on the channel as well. Thanks for watching the review for Dunkirk. We'll talk to you soon.